What is up, guys? Yellow Gaming here, and today I am bringing you guys episode 27 of my 30-to-1 rebuild on NBA 2K17. We're going to do our normal thing. Current NBA teams start in regular season. Setup options, kind of the same old. You guys know I have a specific way I like doing this. We download these realistic sliders. They've been pretty good for me so far. And then the player progression rate we have to about... So we'll do 65 this time. I think 70 might be going a little bit quick. But either way, the fourth worst team in the league currently, record-wise, is the Philadelphia 76ers. I'm going to go with the assumption that this is one of the easier rebuilds, or probably the easiest rebuild of the four I've done so far. Because this team, more or less, is already pretty rebuilt. So, we're going to take a second here to actually look at the roster itself before we hop into anything. And then we'll start doing our typical simming. So we got to download the 2017 draft class that obviously features guys like Lonzo Ball and Markelle Fultz and all that good stuff. Obviously, they have a big impact on how we're going to be doing things. But regardless, the team here, you see we have Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, Robert Covington, Dario Saric, Richaun Holmes, Jared Bayless. Let's just go through the guys I actually really want to keep. So I actually like McConnell here at point guard. His potential's not crazy, but he's a pretty solid point guard. I'm sure he'll probably function more as a backup for us as time goes by. Maybe we could have a better shooting guard, but I do like Luwawu Cabarro. I think he's pretty decent. He's athletic. Maybe he, I mean, like I'm saying, these guys are, at worst case scenario, they function as pretty solid backups. Small forward, obviously, Ben Simmons being the number one pick of last year's draft, hasn't been able to play due to a broken foot, but in this rebuild, he's not going to have a broken foot. So, or hopefully he won't break his foot. And he has huge potential, so he's going to be our starting small forward. Power forward, we have Dario Saric, who also, I believe, should have he's pretty decent potential. But I know he's a pretty solid power forward, so he'll probably start for us unless we somehow get a hold of a much better power forward. But for the most part, I like him at power forward, and I think I'll let him, develop a little bit there. And then in center, or as center, we have Joel Embiid, who obviously, as most of you guys know, is a very dominating center with 92 potential. If he lives that out and goes to the 90 overalls, he'll be a phenomenal center for us. So there's not really any huge trades or any big moves I think I need to make right now. Unless, is there anybody getting severely overpaid? Maybe we could trade Bayless right now, along with Gerald Henderson and Sergio Rodriguez. So let's see if we can just package a trade with those three guys. Just see if we can just get rid of some cap space so we can make some big moves once offseason comes around. Yeah, it's a lot of money, so maybe just we'll go one by one. Sometimes the trade finder stresses out this game a little bit. It takes some time. Here we go. We can get Jason Terry and first round protected pick. We can get J.R. Smith. That's a lot of money for him though. Raymond Felton. Let's go immediately with this though. It's a lottery protected pick from the Bucks. It's pretty cool. And we get rid of Bayless's contract, and now we got to go over here and once again go with somebody else. We got to go with Henderson. Got to get that contract out of here. It's only 1 year, but $9 million is that's invested to the wrong person. No picks. Can't get a pick from anyone. And not any that are worth it. We'll go with this one. We'll trade our pick away and we'll get Bino Udrih. Or Udrih. I'm not even going to try the name. It's pretty tough. Sometimes those foreign names get me all messed up. It's like tongue twisters. And now we got Sergio Rodriguez. And we can trade him. We can get second round pick too. Andrew Harrison, sure. I have to trade our second rounder, but who cares? We still have our first rounder. We have the Lakers first if it drops out of the top 3. So obviously that's what we're hoping for. Then we have a Mavericks lottery. There's a lot of picks. We can actually trade away this this Lakers pick. I wonder what we could actually get for that. We'll go to about midseason. We'll see what we can do for that and see where the Lakers are. And if they're not a top 3, or if they are a top 3 type of pick, we'll probably just try to trade that pick away and get something else for it. But I'm going to go to midseason. I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, here we are 1 day before the trade deadline. We're seriously only sitting at 30-26, but we're 4th in the conference. That's the beauty of playing in the Eastern Conference in basketball. As long as you play decent, you're a top 3 seed in the Eastern Conference, it feels like. And we're only 1 game out of the third seed, so highly doubt we're going to catch the Cavaliers or Raptors, but I think it's very realistic for us to have a chance at least to be a top 3 team in the East in the very first year. But record-wise, the Lakers are close to a top 3. They'll probably get us the 4th or 5th pick. In this draft, that could get us a pretty decent player. But let's see if, I mean, obviously this is like a real life draft, so I know what we can get for this. So if we went with the picks, what would somebody give us for this pick? Is it something that's worthwhile enough to actually just get rid of it entirely, or is it better just to draft the rookie and then let him kind of fill out? I don't know. That's something we got to find out. I mean, getting like a Malik Monk would be a pretty solid guy that could probably develop into a starting shooting guard for us. Oh, nope, it's still loading. Okay. Like I said, sometimes the trade finder really stresses out this game. Okay, there we go. Chris Middleton's a very solid shooting guard, so that's actually a possibility. We don't need a center. Zach Grant, Dwight Howard, Rudy Gobert, 87 overall center. He's only making $2 million this year. Is that right? He's got a lot more coming his way in the next few years, though. Next 4 years. How's this season going for him? 13.5 and 12. I mean, he's a solid center. But he can't play the power forward position. Joel Embiid really can't either. So having 2 extremely good centers isn't going to help anybody. Rudy Gay is pretty solid. We can get a Seth Curry who's good, but it's not worth the pick. So now it comes down to, do I think Malik Monk is a better option than Chris Middleton? Money-wise, maybe. Chris Middleton's pretty solid. How's his potential look? Does he look to get any better? 84, a few overalls better. It's a tough pick between him and Monk. And we don't even know for sure if Monk will be there. If he's not, then there's not a whole lot for us to get in this draft. So we'll go with this. We'll get Middleton. It may not be the best pick. Obviously, Middleton's making some decent money. So, obviously, we're going to have to give him some contract. We'll have to give him some money. But he's a solid shooting guard. We need a better shooting guard. And he's a solid scorer. He'll probably average 15 to 20 points on our team. And we need some guys that can actually shoot the ball on our team. And Chris Middleton can definitely, he's got a shot. So, any other picks we got to get rid of? Maybe we'll try this lottery protected. And we'll just keep our pick. Unless we package both this pick and our pick. I mean, we're not going to have a very good pick. Based off our record, it'll be kind of the bottom end of the draft. So, get Julius Randle, really. I want to complain with that. With a team option for a year. Sure. We're not going to get anything in the draft better than Julius Randle, so. Oh. I accidentally edited it. My bad. No. I almost messed that up. Go back to the Lakers. There we go. Okay. Gonna accept that trade real quick. And last but not least, we'll just check what we can get for ours. If we just had it unprotected. It's not going to be a very good pick, so I don't need to protect it. I'll just try to get as much value as possible for it. Look how slow that loading screen is in the bottom right. I swear this game could not handle. Kyle Korver could be a solid spot-up shooter as a backup, but obviously he's getting a little bit older. Marcus Smart, solid, but I like Justin Anderson too. I don't know if I want to get rid of him. We get Swaggy P. Marco Bellinelli. Tyus Jones is pretty solid point guard. He's got some youth too. Got a couple years of team options with him. So we can go with that. That's going to fuck up our team chemistry pretty bad. That's a pretty good amount of trades. But we'll just spend the rest of the season. Those were kind of just some minor moves that should bolster our team's roster a little bit. Just tiny changes that we're going to make with our team. It's going to make our team a little bit younger too. No, I'm glad we have those moves now. So we're going to go into the offseason, see if we can make any big trades. Or we're actually going to go to the playoffs, so I forgot that we're a playoff team. So we'll see how we do in the playoffs and offseason and all that good stuff, and we'll keep moving on. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, just finished the season. You see Russell Westbrook finishing with a triple-double and the MVP award. Joel Embiid, actually, for us, Rookie of the Year, 17, 9, and 2. 2.5 blocks a game as well, so Not that surprising. Mason Plumlee for Sixth Man of the Year. Andre Drummond for Defensive Player of the Year. Dennis Schroeder for Most Improved Player. He's averaging 19, 3, and 8. He's actually a very good player with a 91% free throw percentage. That's just phenomenal. And Steve Kerr is going to be Coach of the Year as the Warriors went 71 and 11. So that's just great. KD left knee tendonitis. I know all about that. It's not fun. We don't have anybody now, do we? No, I don't see anybody. We'll just go to the rookie team. That's where we'll have some guys. We got Ben Simmons, Joel Embiid. Second team, we got Dario Saric. Averaged 10 and 6. 10, 6, and 2. He's only a second teamer. That sucks. Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons averaged 12.5, 9, and 5, or 5.5 to 6. That's pretty solid. He's obviously an all-around player, so I like that. Either way, what sucks for us is we dropped off. We lost like just a couple of games, which put us from like the 4th seed to the 7th seed. Like, yeah, look at all these teams. We're all within a couple of games of each other. But since we're the 7th seed, we got fucked over, and we got to play the Cavaliers first round. If we make it through them, then I think we could be all right. But likelihood is we're not going to beat the Cavs. They have us up 2-0, 3-0, and we got swept. Yeah. So, that makes sense, though. I mean, this is a rebuild for a reason, and we're not supposed to be that great for a reason. As, yeah, the Warriors are going to make it past. Wow. The Cavaliers got eliminated second round. I swear the simulations sometimes don't make a whole lot of sense. Sometimes they're a bit funny. You know, there's some things I don't think the game fully puts into consideration when they're doing all that. But that's alright. We don't need to do realignment. Don't need to do the lottery. In fact, we don't need to do the draft. We traded all our picks away. So we'll go to actually staff signing. Staff signing is important to me. Sometimes I forget about it though. We need a CFO. It's gonna be 3 years, sure. And you're not interested in that position. We gotta go directly to these guys then. Why are you guys not interested? Here you go. Here's some money. Now let's move on to team and player options. I know we got a few guys on some team options, so we'll just make sure that they come back, then nothing stupid happens. Basically, our whole team is on team options at this point. The whole team is that young. Obviously, accept all those. Qualifying offers, nothing. So now free agents, and we can let Tiago Splitter go. So the actual free agency up. Ooh, I like this. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry are up there. Now I'm going to negotiate an offer for both of them. They can say, of course, whatever they want. We'll see how this goes. I know Steph Curry like never leaves, and Kevin Durant very rarely leaves. Just like we'll create an offer for Gordon Hayward, and we'll create one for Blake Griffin. Come on. Come on, KD. No, KD. You want to play for us. Come on. Yes, okay, we got Kevin Durant. That's what I'm talking about right there, guys. That's what I'm talking about. Now we got KD on our team. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a quick rebuild. Now that we got KD on the Eastern Conference, that's going to put us in the first, second, or I mean, at worst case scenario, we're a 3rd seed team now with KD. Our starting lineup is going to be Julius Randle. Well, yeah. Who's our point guard? TJ McConnell still. Should we get George Hill instead? You want 26 million? Who the Let me just. Yeah, I'm not. Okay. That's not even reasonable. That's like. Dude's on some fucking cocaine if he thinks he's gonna get that much money. Yeah, who's a point guard that's a little bit more talented that we can get? We went for Conley. Is anything reasonable I don't think it will be, but no offers found. Chris Paul, maybe? No. Schroeder played really good last year, we remember. It's only an 82 overall. But it would, by quite a bit, improve our point guard position, which is something we need to do. That's your only offer for Embiid. You guys are on fucking crack. Kemba? His contract expiring soon, so you might want to just drop him. For Embiid, I swear people actually think I'm going to give them Embiid. D'Angelo Russell? I know he develops at least decently. No? Okay. Jeremy Lin, Jeff Teague. Lowry Bledsoe, maybe? I mean, half their roster is point guards. You can get rid of one of them. For Embiid. Okay, how about Markelle Fultz? No offers found. Okay. How about Russell Westbrook? Okay, no. Lillard. See that? Oh, not for Ben Simmons too. Steph Curry? Nope. John Wall? Nope. Okay, no trades are gonna work out for us. So TJ McConnell's the starting point guard. I don't know how much I like that. I mean, he's not awful. And then we got Tyus Jones the backup, which isn't bad either. I mean, luckily everybody else is really solid. And they'll develop. So let's just check player progression. We have like $13 million, so we'll just save that money. And coupled with, I don't know, maybe a few other guys leaving. I'm assuming by about next year or the year after that, we might have another, enough space for maybe another max deal to give somebody. Joel Embiid went to a 90, so now we have 290 overalls on our team. Ben Simmons to an 83, Dario Saric to an 80, which means Julius Randle will be a really solid backup for us. Got Chris Middleton still at 81. Tyus Jones to a 77, so he's in fact going to be the starter for us at point guard, so that's why we traded for him. I didn't know he would develop that well, but I'm glad he did. We'll now go to training camps. A lot of you guys are talking about player progression is the way to go all the time. And I actually have nothing or no disagreements with that. Player progression actually is almost always the best training camp to go with. So, come on, 2K, you can load it. Loading screens have just been ridiculous recently. There we go, training camps. We have two, okay, untapped potential. We'll give it to Ben Simmons, I guess. And we'll give it to Embiid, just so we can go to a 95 potential. With that, let's check what their potentials are looking like now. Embiid should be a 95 potential now. Yeah, and Ben Simmons is a 94. Okay, awesome. So, I mean, about regardless of anything, I'm going to have to figure out how to structure this lineup with Ben Simmons and Kevin Durant. Let's see, how is our team thinking of doing it? It would be under coaching, game plan. Okay, they just moved KD to the 4. That makes sense. It's interesting. I'm hoping he still is dominant at the 4. I mean, when you can shoot that well, you'll be kind of successful no matter where we put you. But they'll figure it out. They're all getting a lot of minutes, which I like. So, yeah, they'll be good. So we'll send to midseason, see how things are going, see if we have to make any trades. And then we'll send the rest of the season, we'll figure it out. So, see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, today is the trade deadline. We're currently 3rd in the conference at 32-24, which actually isn't phenomenally better than it was last year. We're still 5 games out of 2nd place, so we'll probably finish, I'm assuming, at third place in our conference. But let's look at how our team's doing statistically, like player stats, to see why we're not doing quite up to potential. KD's doing what he's got to be doing. So is Joel Embiid. Ben Simmons is injured. Oh, Middleton's injured. So, okay. Maybe that's why. Everybody's injured. Tyus Jones actually isn't doing that bad as a starting point guard. I mean, he shouldn't be scoring because we have so much offensive talent on our team, but I want his assists to be closer to 10 when we have this much offensive talent at least. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a noticeable problem. We'll just send the rest of the season. We'll see how we do in playoffs. I honestly think this is the type of team that could still win the championship because it's still that talented. But even if it doesn't, we have so much just potential, even with some of the young guys we have in our team. It's really not anything that I need to stress myself out about. So I'll see you guys at the end of the season once we reach the playoffs, and we'll figure things out from there. Okay, guys, the season just ended. Once again, Russell Westbrook with the triple-double and MVP. Are you really even surprised at this point? Seems like a pretty consistent scenario. Rookie of the year is Lonzo Ball, averaging 18, 10.5, and 7. Playing in NY. I wonder how LeVar feels about that one. Sixth man of the year, Derrick Rose. Right after we see Lonzo, who took his spot. He's over there in the sixth man role. Hey, maybe that's better for him, though. This is actually something I've heard a lot about is Derrick Rose playing as a off the bench would actually be a pretty solid player. As long as you don't wear out his knees, he's solid off the bench. He would be. Hassan Whiteside for Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 16 and 16 and over 3 blocks a game. What the hell? That's awesome. And Drew Holiday's most improved player. Maybe we should have traded for him. Averaging 16 and 11. And Ron Adams leading the Raptors to a 63 and 19 record, as well as the Coach of the Year. So, All-NBA first team, we have nobody. All-NBA second team, we have KD. All-NBA third team, we have nobody. All-defensive, nobody. All-rookie, yeah, we didn't draft anybody. So, sitting at the third seed, got the Pacers in the first round. Beat them by 4 in game 1. Lost by 10 in game 2. Lost by 10 in game 3. Won by 26 in game 4. Won by about 50 in game 5. And how much we won by 15 in game 6. Let's look at game 5. We scored a lot of points. Yeah, KD dropped 30. We got 6 guys dropped 10 or more. That's what we're looking for. Now we're going up against kind of the consensus favorites. You got to assume to make it out of the Eastern Conference every year, which is the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're going to beat us by 14 in game 1. Beat us by 12 in game 2. Don't let them get us. We're not going to get swept 2 years in a row, are we? No, okay, we'll win game 4. We'll win game 5. We'll win game 6. Oh, god damn it. Oh my goodness, the amount of shit I would talk if they blew up. If they blew a 3-0 lead. But LeBron had 25, 14, and 20 in game 7 to win. Alright, I ain't saying shit. 25, 14, and 20. You win it. Yeah, I'm not saying anything about that. So in this round, the Cavs will make it to the finals against the Clippers. Finally, Chris Paul redemption. Oh, but he's not going to win it. So Kyrie's going to be the finals MVP. So let's go to the normal things, league meetings. Yeah, normal. We'll just reject everything. Staff signing. What do we got going on here? We need an assistant GM. That guy looks really good. Look at this guy. Head coach, Steve Kerr. Yeah, we'll get you. Head scout. Sure, we'll get this guy, I guess. And trainer. Sure, we'll get you. Oh. We'll get you, I guess. Accepted. Okay. Oh. Did I not accept you? Oh, sign. Wait. Sign. Oh, how do I keep... Okay, sign. We would exceed something? Were we overpaying Kerr? Tried this guy because he's cheaper. Just keep going, I guess. Rejected by Clifford. This guy accepted. So yeah, we'll sign him as head coach instead of Kerr, because Kerr's a bit too much money anyways. Do we not have an assistant coach anymore? Okay, we'll sign him. Did we not get a head scout? Am I missing something? Go to rookie signings. We got like a late first round pick, so oh, we'll get Jalen Hands. Okay. Yeah, I'll get him. Ben Simmons, all those guys. Let's see what qualifying offers. Yeah, we'll give all you guys qualifying offers. My free agents. We're definitely going to sign Joel Embiid. Okay, Julius Randle wants to go test free agency for some reason. Good for him. Oh, did it say Joel Embiid rejected? Well, he's restricted though, so. Oh, you can view the offers? Oh, I feel like such a dumbass. I never knew that. We're only $4 million over budget, so let's trade a guy and let's see if we can make a move for Paul George. The only guy we can really move that's getting severely overpaid is Middleton. He's not getting that much better though, so I wouldn't mind getting rid of him. We'll have a team of small forwards. That's the idea now. The only one that will save us money is getting these picks, so we'll just do that, I guess. Realistically, like I said, I was trying to open up contract space. Now we can sign Paul George to a max. Oh. Oh, he signed somewhere else. That's going to make situations very awkward for me. How about Rodney Hood then? I mean, do I want to do that? Avery Bradley? I don't know. I opened up a lot of space by doing that. But I don't know what to get with all that contract space now. Rodney Hood can shoot too. So can Gary Harris. Bradley can kind of shoot, but he's a great defender though. That's the main reason we get him. He's restricted though. The only one who isn't is Avery Bradley. So we'll try getting Bradley, I guess. Whoa. Okay. We'll give him like this. Player option. Trade. Yeah. Bradley's going to sign. Do I want to match that contract with Stauskas for $3 million? Yeah, I do. Covington, do we want to sign him? Yep. Joel Embiid, yeah, you're not leaving, dude. Oh. Yeah, that can't happen. We can't lose him. How much money do we need to clear up? I'll figure this out. I'll see you guys in a second. We're gonna figure this out. Okay, guys, to match the deal with Joel Embiid, we had to trade Avery Bradley back out. So we've just been making all kinds of moves, which makes our team now look like this. After player progression, we have Kevin Durant at 94, Joel Embiid at 93, Ben Simmons at 86, Dario Saric at 80. The biggest issue, though, is obviously our shooting guard. So we just signed Tony Allen to a minimum deal, which I don't mind because then he's a phenomenal defensive shooting guard. And with how much offense we have in our team, we'll just focus more on the defensive end with our guards. So he'll be playing that position for us. Now we have to go back to untapped potential. We have 3 camps now. I'm probably assuming that's because we have better coaches. So with that, we're going to try to get Joel Embiid to that maxed out potential. Same with Ben Simmons. And then I guess we'll give it to Saric because we need to get him a little bit better. So we'll advance the next season. This time with how good our... Oh, we got to release 2 players. With how good our team is... Do you want to get rid of Melton or... Melton's better, but I like Jalen Hands more. Dwayne Bacon or Stauskas. Let's just trade Stauskas. Should just let him go. I don't know why I matched that contract. Let's get rid of that $3 million that's on our contract right now. There we go. Okay. So now we have enough space there. So I'll see you guys at the end of next season. Assuming that team's going to be pretty good, I don't need to do all this extra stuff. So at the next season, we'll be at the playoffs, I'm assuming, and then we'll figure it out and do this from there. So I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, here we are with 1 game left on the season. Currently sitting at 51-30. That's going to put us at 3rd in the conference. We kind of clinched this spot. Looks like we'll probably play either the Hawks, Pacers, Bulls, whatever. Regardless of any of that, some interesting things have happened so far. We broke a record by limiting. Where's that game? We played the Atlanta Hawks. It's gonna pop up. Oh, right here. And we limited them to 48 points, which is the least amount of points a team has scored in the 24-second shot clock era. So we basically played the best defense in history in this game, totaling, what is that, like 9 blocks. So scrolling down, we also almost won every single game in the month of March. You see we lost the game on the 4th, and we won. Just kept on winning until we lost on the 31st. So with that being the case, we've been on fire for the most part in the past couple of months. Power ranking wise, based off us being on a little bit of a hot streak, they have us ranked 4th. So based off that, let's say we're about the 4th most likely team to win the championship. And I like those odds. I like those odds, especially when we have a guy like Kevin Durant on our team. I think anything's possible. You see LeBron is the MVP this season. Luka Doncic with Rookie of the Year. Nikola Vucevic, 6th man. Nerlens Noel with Defensive Player. Most improved would be Kristaps Porzingis. And Tyronn Lue is the Coach of the Year for the Cleveland Cavaliers. All NBA wise, we don't have anybody represented crazy enough, even though we do have one of the better players in the game in Kevin Durant. But he only averaged 19 points per game for us. It's probably due to the development of Joel Embiid, who's getting a lot of scoring for us. Then right here, Ben Simmons averaging a double-double, 15, 11, and 6. Dario Saric and Julius Randle doing a great job as well. So, obviously, I'm very happy with how this team is doing. Point guard-wise, Tyus Jones averages 11 and 8. So, 8 assists a game is something I can actually manage with. Tony Allen averaged 2 steals a game. And how many minutes? How many minutes was he playing? They're going to tell me. 25 minutes. Okay, 2 steals. I mean, that's really what we got him for. Not for scoring, it's for steals and defensive effort. So, with that being the case, we're going to win game 1, win game 2, lose game 3 by a point, lose game 4 by a ton, win game 5. Come on, win game 6. Oh, you're going to stress me out like this. We lose game 6 by a point, but we win game 7 by 30. Okay, at least that wasn't as stressful. Looks like the, yeah, wow, the second seed actually got eliminated by the Hawks. So I got to go up against the Hawks, who like I mentioned, limited to only 48 points. So we're going to beat them in game 1, beat them in game 2. We might have the Hawks' weakness down. Beat them in game 3. Yeah, no, we are definitely the Hawks' kryptonite. They just cannot score any points against us. And we're going to end up sweeping them to make it to our first Eastern Conference Finals so far in the rebuild. Sadly, though, the Cavaliers will make it past the Raptors. And these assholes have knocked us out for 2 years in a row. Could it be time for revenge, though? Win game 1, lose game 2, lose game 3, win game 4, okay. Win game 5, guys, it's time for revenge. Get this win. There we go, we're going to win game 6 by 9 points. Just a collective effort when it comes to scoring. Nobody really did a ton. And the Phoenix Suns coming out of the Western Conference against the Spurs. Talk about a shift in talent. The Warriors didn't even make the playoffs. The Warriors didn't even make the playoffs. They finished 36 and 46. That does not seem possible. Let's look at the record, or their team. Yeah. Oh, okay. Curry didn't play like any games. No, this team would be a playoff team, though. You would think it'd be a playoff team even with just Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, actually. But I guess that's just how tough the Western Conference is. So we're going up against the Suns here. We're going to win game 1. They only scored 63 points. We won 100 to 63. Oh, that's not good news for them. We're going to win game 2. They only scored 63 points in game 2. Defensively, we are shitting on them. Okay, they beat us in game 3. They win game 4. We win game 5. They scored 78. So it's been a low-scoring contest. You see, this game was 85-77. This game was only 72-70. And we are going to win game 6. And the Philadelphia 76ers in the year... What year is this? I was not paying attention. Was it 2019? Be about 2019, 2020. Are the NBA Finals champions, with the Finals MVP being Kevin Durant, who only averaged 17 points a game. It's the year 2019, yep. 2019 NBA Finals champions. Here's a look at our team. I mean, our team is young, and we got a lot of these guys under contracts for a few more years, and they all have high potential. So let's emphasize the end of this rebuild by saying this team is only going to get better. So there's probably a few more rings under the belts of Embiid and Durant and Simmons and Saric and all of these good guys. They have a lot of potential, and and talent under the belts, and a lot of championship runs, I'm sure, for years to come. But that is not our job. Our job was just to give them their first ring, and that's what we did. So with that being the end of the video, I surely hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please click that like button below. Make sure to comment your opinion of this series and what I could do to make it more interesting in the comment section below. And lastly, subscribe if you haven't already to stay tuned to this series and other series I got going on my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.